What's up, guys? It's your boy Johnny Rizzo with Marketing Ain't Easy. It's 3 simple steps. 3 simple steps, and those are research, implementation, and measurement. Today we're going through step 2, that is implementation. So we're going to talk about how you're going to, now you've done the research, ideally, and you're going to go into actually putting that research into action, and what does that look like as phase 2 of your plan, all right, your big marketing plan that you're putting together. We're talking about budget here, you'll be talking about what are the ads going to look like, who's going to be making them, how are they going to, where are they going to go, all these types of questions are going to be really, you should have an idea from research, but you're going to really solidify all that here in this implementation phase. So let's jump right in. First, you want to figure out your budget here, all right? So the research should only be about, I think, 5% of your budget. Measurement should be 5%. The rest is going to go into implementation. And of that, you're going to want to spend maybe 10% or so of your budget on media production. So say you got a TV ad, TV spot you're making, and you're spending $50,000 on the actual spend to put it on TV for the media buy. $5,000 should be spent to produce it. You're spending a lot of money on it, and you can even go up to, I would say you go even a little more than that if you want, but you got to be careful, because then the more you spend on the creation of the ad, the more you're eating into your media buy. If you really think you need to spend a lot more money on it, you're just, it's a risk and reward type thing. So it's really an opportunity cost situation here, where you're going to decide, do I spend the money on, what can I do, where is the money better spent? Do you want to spend it on media creation? Do you want to spend it on the media buy? A lot of people would want to spend all the money on buying the media and get it out everywhere they can, right? And maximize their dollars in the actual spend. But you got to think, if I spend more money making the whatever commercial or spot, will that make more of an impression on the people who do see it? So is it worth it to spend the money on the creation of the ad instead of as much money on the spend, so on the buy? It's up to you, but I think I'm a video production guy, director. I think I'm always trying to spend more money on the spot, but at the same time, when I'm producing stuff for my own companies, I want to spend as little as possible on the creation and spend all the money on the buy. So and I tend to spend very, very little on the creation because I do it myself. And then I go and you have to, spend money on all these different outlets to get your stuff out there. So it's up to you. That's the budgeting. Then it's time to get creative. All right, getting creative is the next step, and you got to think about, where do ideas come from? All right, you got to get good ideas. You got to brainstorm. I love the brainstorming phase. I go and I do even more research. I go out and look at competitors' ads. I look at other companies that are not in my field even. I like to see what other people are doing. Maybe I just, I love Mercedes ads or something. I love, Ritz-Carlton, there's something about theirs. Maybe I like to look at Ralph Lauren, different Ed Hardy, different, fashion type stuff, Dolce & Gabbana, all these different ads, and see what do I like about it, what do I not like about it, what will work for my ideal customer, and what do they like to see, really. It's not even as much about what I like, it's more about what they like. But I tend to go towards, to be honest, I go towards testimonial stuff, and I go towards heartwarming and nostalgic type imagery, black and white sometimes, or muted color tones, depending on the ad. But it's all about what the customer wants and what the the personalization, all right, that we talked about before. What does that ideal customer for whatever company it is, what do they want to see? So that's what you're going to make. You want to give them what they want, right? Why not give them what they want? Then you're going to go around and look at art, go to museums, look at all these different places, look at, watch other ads, watch TV, just let yourself be open to the creative flow of the world. Listen to other people, ask questions, and ask specifics. You should have an idea from the research phase what people like to see. So that should inform your creativity a little more, where you should be looking, and then try and pull some ideas from the ether. pull the ideas in there, and brainstorm and workshop ideas, and test them on people, see what they think, and really take it slow. You want to get them. Don't worry. Don't be afraid to kill your babies. If you have an idea, say you got 3 ideas you're going to present somebody, right? And you love one of the ideas, and you put it in the middle of the other two, sandwich it, and really, so they will hopefully pick that one or something, and they pick the other one. You have to be willing to say, hey, I love that, but nobody else liked it, all right? And maybe they didn't see your vision. Maybe you didn't communicate it clearly enough. Who knows why? But maybe it wasn't the best idea, and you gotta eat that. You gotta eat that pride and move on and take that other idea and run with it like it's the best idea you ever had. And go with that and put all your energy into that idea. All right, so move forward with that idea. And then next step after that is getting to the ground rules. So I think that everybody in the creative process should know a little bit about everybody else's jobs, all right? And it makes you respect other people more. It makes you be able to speak their language a little better and communicate with them a little better and find ways to discuss concepts and ideas and the technical aspects of creativity a little more and a little easier, especially on a bigger team. I was at the ad agency, and we'd have salespeople who really didn't know anything about, the software I use to make videos or the software that graphic designers use to make their, logos or other graphics. But when they did know a little bit about it, it made everything go a lot easier. And so I like to tell everybody, go and learn, just watch some YouTube videos about things. Try and learn a little bit of the software. Just learn basics if you can, real super easy basics, nothing to do a couple tutorials, just to see what they're doing and what you call different tools or what's possible. Once you learn a little bit about what's possible with these tools, it will expand your potential for new ideas too. There are rules to all of these things, and I'll go through those in another video. But even being creative, there are rules, and people always talk about breaking the rules. You have to know the rules before you can break them, okay? And you have to break them the right way. You can't just go and do, when people just go and do whatever they want, it can look very amateurish. So what you want to do is learn, there's, in filmmaking, you have rules of filmmaking, you have rules of writing, right? You got to spell things right, you have rules in graphic design, and those are really the 3 main parts of the ad business these days. So, I'll get into those in another video. But look, if you want to look into that a little more until then, look up some of the rules of all these different mediums and learn about how to do it, Next, I want to touch base on sending emails, because I think that emails, some people are sleeping on emails. They're not using emails as much as they should or could. Emails are a direct line to your customer's pocket still, all right? Anybody who says they're not is lying to you. Everybody gets emails. Everybody's got an email account. Everybody checks their emails. Everybody gets a lot of junk mail that they don't want. But when you are the email that they want to see, it's good. All right, it's a direct line to get them to. It's a touch point that everybody's got in their hand and their pocket all the time. So you can literally just, obviously, they click on an email, go right to where you want them to go. All right, whether that's a website, whether it's social media, whether it's to a product page, whatever it is. They're going to go right there if you send them to there. Make it easy for them to do what you want them to do, okay? And emails are a great way to do that, but you have to be collecting emails, all right, if you're going to be sending emails. So I beg, borrow, and steal for emails, okay? It's the cheapest way to advertise. So if you're using MailChimp, it's free up to like 2,000 people on your list or something. But if you have a ton of people, great, good for you. It's still super cheap. And then all you have to be concerned with is how often are you going to email. And I've got other videos about that. I've made a video about how I double the website sales in under a year. And it went from $100,000 to $200,000 a year within maybe 10 months or so. And I did that by just simple things. It wasn't easy, it was difficult, but it wasn't complex, it was simple. It was just, I just collected that part. It was collecting emails wherever I could and putting them in a list and sending them out every 2 days, 3 days, and giving people good content, what they wanted to see. And a lot of times there's new products, but not always. It was good stories, think about things, different events we're having, all of it. Anyways, go look at other videos about that. Then you have the types of media. In implementation, you really want to consider, so emails are one part, and you can send out your videos, you can send out your pictures, you can send out whatever your ads are, but you want to think about, there's traditional media, there's new media, there is alternative media, like PR stunts and different things, and new, I don't know, there are a couple different types of this. Traditional media being TV and radio and print, all right? Those are the old school and they're expensive, to be honest. I don't know why they're so expensive, but I tend to do those less and less, and I focus on the web. Everything's online these days, so new media is digital, all right? Anything digital. There's cell phone ads, there's in-app advertising, there's Pandora and streaming, Spotify type, Apple Music ads and stuff. There's Netflix, you can advertise, and I don't know if you advertise on Netflix much. Anyways, there are other advertising routes and a ton online. The Google ad network is huge. Facebook, social media type stuff, Instagram, Pinterest you can go with, and Spotify, and whatever, I don't know. There's a million places online to advertise, okay? They're a lot cheaper. And you can, as much as I don't like to say, you can target a little more accurately your audience, all right? So, because you're gonna personalize your ads, but really the media buy is not, even though the information they have is very granular, and if they let you, you could advertise just to your one person, but they don't let you. So you have to be general about it. It'd be great to advertise but you can be pretty darn close. You can geographically, you can work with those parameters. You can work with interest. You can get in age. It's pretty good. All right, especially on Facebook and Google and stuff. You can dial it in pretty well. So I always recommend that to start at least. And there are a lot of free ways to advertise. There's the Google Maps and creating Google business accounts. There are a ton of ways to advertise for free on digital routes. And if you can get creative and alternative, you can advertise in like guerrilla style advertising. You can go on your own and work out either deals with partnership companies, bloggers. You can work out a lot of interesting alternative methods that may be more beneficial and they're cheaper. So talk about being effective with your spend and using your dollar as a sword. You want it, whatever you're using it as, or however you're using your money, you want it to be effective. So if you can get your ads out there for free, that's the most effective, right? That's the gold standard. That's why when testimonials and referrals, if I'm telling my friend here, hey, you should go check out this company, didn't cost the company a dime. And it's going to be more powerful because my friend trusts me, they know what I like. We like the same stuff. So if, they're much more willing to go. There's statistics on it, but they're much more willing to go and look into the new company, or they might just go and buy it on the spot. If I tell them if they're even considering it, I'm like, yeah, go buy that. That's a great deal. That's a good brand. That's a good product, good quality. You're gonna buy it. You can't beat that. Then I want to talk about the almost last. There's ethics, which I don't know if we'll get into ethics today, but there are other videos I'll make about ethics and advertising. Be ethical. Don't lie to people and stuff. But do smash that like button and subscribe and share and comment. All right. Last but not least, testimonials. Testimonials are incredibly powerful. Okay, they're age old. It's one of the oldest forms of advertising. Is just, hey, this guy likes it, so you will too. All right. People trust other people. They trust doctors with, what do you think, toothpaste and toothbrushes? You know what I mean? Even they use an actor with a doctor coat on. You know what I mean? It's like that's a testimonial from a doctor, a fake doctor, but you trust him somehow more because it's the testimonial style. It's just very trustworthy. If you see another customer that looks or sounds like you somehow, you trust them more. It's just the way we're wired. So you will be more likely to buy. So anyways, I love testimonials. If you can get testimonials going, they're one of the more foundational aspects of this. When you're building sometimes I talk about like a pyramid, an advertising pyramid. You have free ads on the bottom, then testimonials. If you can get testimonials and referrals, or obviously and reviews, you want to build up your reviews, things like that. But the ground, really one of the base levels of your pyramid is going to be testimonials. You want people telling other people that they love your product or your service or whatever it is, your company. And then on top of that, you can go up towards like more heady or ethereal type of brand advertising that you see in then you ever see, there's like ads out there, you see a TV commercial and you're like, what the heck was that commercial for? Those are, maybe it wasn't, you're not the ideal audience for that, or ideal customer, but a lot of times it's really these companies have built the foundational aspects of their advertising, and they're pushing it up to the next level, and they're getting really, they're building the brand identity with these other types of ads. They're trying to put a feel to the ad, but it's very expensive to do that. So you really want to build all the rest of your this pyramid or your house with foundation, whatever you want to call it. You want to do that first, okay? But then, yeah, after that, just make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll get to measurement next. And then we're just going to keep rolling this marketing snowball. It's going to come back to the research again, and then implementation again, and then measurement again, and then research, and we're going to keep going, and you're going to grow. And as you grow this marketing snowball, your business is going to grow, hopefully, and you're going to get to know more about your customers, and maybe your ideal customer will change, but you just follow them, follow what they're saying, and follow the money, because you know what? It's a little crude of an approach, it seems like at face value, but really the people who are giving you the most money, those are the ones that love you the most, and you're serving them the best, okay? If it's the people who you're profiting the most with, all right, through that business relationship. Everybody's happy, and so it's working, and it's going to grow, and that's how more people like that are how you're going to grow. So let's grow them, and I'll see you in the next video.